Hi Meow!
Meow!
And welcome back to Delightful!
Wrong channel!
Oh.
Every time, I swear you always get the intro wrong. You're the one who came up with it!
Yeah, I know, it's just like, whenever I'm like, okay, what's the cheeriest intro you can think of? And then I go, Delightful! And then, it's because En Young is like stuck in my head. It's like, if you hear someone else's intro, it's like, are you En Young? No, you're not En Young. You could be En Young.
Yeah, the issue is like Hi Meow is like very similar to Young because it's got like that same pitch, and then every time like, welcome back to Delightful. No, we're not doll customizers. But yeah, so anyways.
This is a very special video because it is of a kitten.
Yes, and this is like the first time you've attempted drawing an animal.
Yeah, well, a mug shot of an animal.
You're like, I'm not drawing the body.
No, I tried drawing the body and I was like, what is that? Like, I can't draw it like you and just hide it behind an R like our intro.
It's just like, just draw a circle. It's got a fat belly and then it's got like a circle head. That's it.
I should just draw like a big belly and then just two round paws and just be like, my cat doesn't have arms. I can do it like Rayman.
Rain the floating lives again.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Midnight is a character from Orcs Must Die, yeah?
Yeah.
And she's like a stealthy ninja human cat looking character. And she turns invisible and stuff like that and sneaks up on enemies.
Her body's invisible.
Her body's invisible. She just smoke screened the bottom half and left her head out like, I'm the Cheshire Cat.
Yeah, well, this is a kitten version because that's the twist of this thing is this is her as a kitten. Yeah. She's supposed to be like a deadly assassin, but I'm like, I'm cute too.
So yeah, as you can see like through the picture, I kind of taught you things that I learned from doing like Pokemon recently and commissions and stuff, because I'm absolutely hopeless at drawing animals as well.
I went into this and I was like, I have no idea how to draw this. So I'm like sitting at my computer and Valectra is sitting at his. So I'm like, okay, so you're working, but can you guide me through, you know, just drawing a cat? And he was just like,
So then I stopped, and what I was doing, I was like, okay, so what you want to first do is like draw a diamond shape. You know, those classic diamond shapes that you find like those necklaces and stuff.
I thought it was a Superman symbol, so I was like calling it a Superman symbol the whole time. I'm like, yeah, I know how to draw a Superman symbol. Easy as. Drew it, and I'm like, you don't know how to draw a Superman symbol. I was like, I'm just gonna copy half the good side, and then I'm just gonna flip it.
It's always good. Best way to do it if you can't do both sides, you know. I get that all the time. Like one side is always super or good, and then when I try and do the other side, it's like my hand's like, no.
Well, it's like one side is always like, it's got posture, it's very straight angled, and the other one's like soft and delicate, and then just going down to the left. It's like, where are you going?
So yeah, so then there was like all these like cool little tricks when you're drawing in like a cat space that I learned when like drawing Pokemon, because it relates to other animals as well, which is really handy. And when you broke it down into those shapes, you got the hang of it really quickly.
Yeah, I feel like I can draw most things if I just see the shapes of it, all the lines and all the shapes. It's really, really easy, but as soon as I see this big masterpiece like your Yam series, I'm just I'm just like, I don't know, I can't see all of the things that you've done.
Well, that's the thing that you have the most trouble with, is actually breaking down objects or animals and stuff into basic shapes, and being able to break stuff into basic shapes is like the best thing you can do.
Yeah. And now we're on to the eyes of the shading, and all the other eyes in the other
Previous
videos.
pictures,
yeah, I didn't know how to shade them, and I didn't know how to characterize them. And while I had Valectra's attention, I was like, so, can you teach me how to do your eyes? And he's like, sure, it's really easy. I'm like, no, it's not. I've been trying it. Mine look dodgy. And then he showed me, and I was like, I love shading. Oh, this is so cool.
Yeah, it's so weird. Like the eyes, by the time they're done, they look super complicated and stuff like that. But the technique to do it is so easy and so simple. It's just like a fun little thing to do.
It is. And I found, like, I've done, spoilers, I've done a couple of pictures after this, and I looked forward to actually shading the eyes on each one of them, and I'm like, it's so cool that I can actually do this now.
Yeah, you're just like, you know the technique now. It's just like now you just got to play around with it until you find the way that you like to color the like shade the eyes.
Yeah, and I'm finding that from learning all this stuff from you, I'm not actually needing your help as much, and I'm doing more and more of it myself. And I'm like, I mean, it doesn't look as awesome as when you do help me, but I'm like, I did all this by myself. Wow. Like, these are my hands. What?
Yeah, it looks great. So the more you draw right now is like the best thing you can do, because you're a beginner. And when I was beginning, the best thing to do is just draw, and get the control on your hand, because some of your lines are still a little bit wonky, but the more you draw, the more you get hand control. And
I still feel like I'm ice skating on the pad. It's so slippery, and when I draw on, paper, I feel like I can do so much
you
better.
got like a grip to it and more control. Yeah, I find that too. Like with the pad, I'm like, I have to like position my hand in like the most awkward ways to get the like control that I need for it. Otherwise, sometimes like it's grippy and then all of a sudden it slips and my lines are like, bleh. I'm like, God.
And also, like, you can turn the pad, and I usually sit while I draw with my pad on my knees.
Yeah.
And I usually turn it and I use it as a book rest. And I can't really grab the pad from the desk and be like, okay, I'm just gonna sit on the ground and turn it around and stuff.
Just the computer screen rotates with it. Like, yeah, cool. Alright, and that's it from us today.
I hope you like it. If you want to like and subscribe, do so.
And click the bell button for all the notifications and all the goodness we will give you.
We do commissions too if you want to check those out.
Yes, there'll be links in the description, of course. And that's it.
Okay, bye meow.
Meow.